And I am live. There you go. See, this is why I still kind of like StreamYard, because it's just so easy to go boom, 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 boom. And it's not too much of a problem. Now, last second, you could put together a stream and get it all together and bang, bang, boom, and you're off and running. Excuse me. So, early this morning, yesterday actually, we got a few packages in. Stay right there. I got a few packages in, and I came out here early in the morning. Then the Queen and I actually had to run out and do some errands. So, it's very rare that I start reading something and I go, wow, what is this? Okay. And no, I know the title says like a million things, but you know me. I go off on tangents, so just bear with me. So, taking a look at this, hey, Downriver Rick, I was really blown away by this, and I don't know enough about this company. I tried looking it up in the car, and I think this is their very first game. So I started reading more and more about it, and I was really completely blown away by what this does. So I came out here and started reading about it, and I was going to do a whole thing on this. Jason, how are you? Steph, what's up? We got a lot to cover because we're going to have a contest that's going to last one whole week, and you guys are going to have to try to figure something out. It's really kind of neat, but I'll wait for everybody to come in. Maybe you guys are the only ones that see this contest. Okay, so all 11 of you that just popped in here, which I'm always blown away that anyone pops in here. Cancel that. Okay. What did I do here? Open. Well, hold on. Okay, there we go. Got rid of that. That was getting annoying, I know. But anyways, I'm always amazed that anybody, when I just put in a feed, anybody comes in and sees it. And yet you do. But we have a very big contest coming up. Very big contest. And it has nothing to do with all the other stuff that we do. Okay. Next week, as you know, we have we're going to be painting this dude. Water Elemental. Hope you guys all enjoyed the dragon, by the way. And I'm painting 2 sets of everything, and I'm going to be giving 1 set away. But that's a totally different contest. We'll talk about the other contest. So getting back to, because I get off subject a lot, when I got this, I kind of looked, oh, okay, this looks interesting. And I don't know what the whim was. I got up like in the crack of, I get up at the crack of dawn anyways. So I come out here and I go, let me open this and see what this is all about. It looks a little different. And sure enough, I open it up and I go, wow, this is really something cool. And the name of this is, and you can find it at Companions War Games. It's Waterloo, Napoleon's Last Stand. And it's from a company called Companion War Games. Okay. I was gonna get the baby hippo in, but he just got off the farm. And you can go to www.companionwargames.com. Now I'll show you this as we get going. Carrie, how are you? Sparrows, how are you? Hope everything's well in South Africa. The DG, not just DG, it's the DG. I like that. Very confident. Monster X, what's up? Steph, James, Jason, and of course, starting it off, our boy Downriver Rick. Everybody just saying hi, coming in, sticking their heads in. All right. Really interesting concept. And I'm trying to, I actually reading this book is very enjoyable. It's very, it's not all tiny text or anything like that. It's about I want to say 29 pages. They have some extra rules in here, and then at the end, some examples, so I'm not going to count those. 27 pages of rules. And sometimes they kind of re-talk about something, but it really makes kind of sense. It's really, really an interesting read. Dan, Bernard, I really suggest you go over. I don't think you can be disappointed in getting this when... Hold on. I'm driving myself crazy. War of the Worlds from Gray Fox Games is under $17 at Amazon for those that are interested. Look at James. He must be he must have just got a job for Amazon. Look at you. Look at you. Putting in the work for Amazon. All right, come on. Get down here. Okay. There you go. You know what? Let me turn on this other light. I could tell this is going to drive me crazy. All right. There we go. All right. See? It's amazing how much that one light makes a big difference. Go figure. Rob, you had mentioned the game before. War of the Worlds. I've never mentioned War of the Worlds from Gray Fox. I don't even know they did a game called War of the Worlds. Oh, I don't care if you mention it. Don't get me wrong. No, I've never mentioned that game. I don't know anything about War of the Worlds from Gray Fox, even though my buddy works there. Figure that one out, right? Well, the reason I'm mentioning this got sent to me, and there's very, very rare times that I go, wow, this is kind of neat, because there's a lot of different things that go on here. Now, I'll be talking a lot about this. Will you be painting in this broadcast? No, Carrie, not this broadcast. But I'm going to be talking about some of the things that we're going to be painting coming up, and talking about what's coming in this week. Sorry to let you down, but I promise you I will be painting again very soon. This week, we're going to be starting our project on Darklight, Memento Mori. I finally got everything all put together as far as the new cards and all that stuff, and I laminated everything. So we're going to be painting some of those very interesting characters. And then also on Friday, we also have our D&D painting. So you're going to see that. Our WizKids painting. I believe I'm going to be painting on Monday and Friday. And in between, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of things. Irrigator, what's up? Somebody coming strong over at our Twitch location. Now, did Carrie leave because of that? Oh, man. You're not painting? I don't want to listen to you. I'm out of here. Tomorrow, I plan on playing something. I'm not going to say what I'm going to be playing, but I've been looking forward to playing it, and I just got to fit it in. We're going to be taking a look down at the table here, too, also. Still here. Look at you. Hanging in there, even though I'm not doing what you want me to do. I feel bad now. Also, I had gotten another thing in the mail, along with a couple other games. The Panzer Strike. France 1944 Pocket. And I can't believe how much game is in this thing. This is another thing that I'm checking out. I mean, that's pretty amazing. All right, let me move over this keyboard so I don't knock it off. And let's see if the baby hippo. Oh, I wrote him. What are you doing right now? And I got no reply. Okay, Dan. I was going to have him come in because I want to show him this. But we will. TTT for life. For. Hello. Hello, everyone. All right. So, we've got a certain game that I got planned that I'm definitely playing this week. Don't feel bad because of my ignorance of your vlogs. Oh, no, don't. No. No, I wasn't trying to be sarcastic either. Don't take that way. I know. I just thought about that. That could have came off, with a wrong rub. Volley Chick. Hi, Rob. Watching with my 7-year-old. Well, it's safe to watch with a 7-year-old because we're a very safe channel. I always think my little granddaughter or grandson, my 2 granddaughters are watching, so I always try to keep things really nice and tight here. I really try to. I try to make this channel very safe for everyone. And I enjoy doing that. I like to try to make it for everyone. I finally got these 2 fools together. Your son's going to like some robots. So now I'm working on the buildings. And I'll tell you something. This is not easy. We're going to be playing this game, which is Adeptus Titanicus, the Horus Heresy. As soon as I can finish putting everything together, we're going to do a paint video on this, so you're going to really enjoy. I'm going to show you some shortcuts, how to get these done real quick. I really kind of figured out what I wanted to do with these boys, and we're going to have some fun with that. So your 7-year-old will like that. And if you have a 7-year-old, he must be a fan of the Big G. Show him, say, hey, look, that guy's got some dinosaurs on screen. Oh, come on, big boy. See? Every little guy likes a dinosaur, doesn't he? I mean, look at that. What do you think of that, little fella? That's a pretty cool looking dinosaur. Let me give you another view of it. Oh, wait a minute. That is me. Oh, I didn't share my screen. Hold on. Whoops. Share screen. Boom. We are here to entertain everyone. Look at that. You gotta like Godzilla. Can't be 7 and not like Godzilla. I even got Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. I've got so many Godzillas out here. It's ridiculous. See? We'll show him another one. What do you think of that, little fella? Could be a girl, too. All my girls love Godzilla. All my grandchildren. That's because Grandpa shoves it down their throats. All right, get up there, big boy. All right, he's safe and sound. All right. He does love his dinosaurs. All right. Then he must have liked that. See, a little something for everybody. Always watching your vids. So much love for this great hobby. Thank you so much, the DG. The DG. Nice Max. Yeah, those things are cool. They're going to be fun. They're going to be fun to play. There's some smaller ones, and then over there I got some special buildings, and then a special smaller thing that goes with it. And then we're just going to build a city on here, and we're just going to do an all-out battle. That's about 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away. If I hope. Did they release solo play for it? They released some solo AOS rules. No, there's no solo play. I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play with you guys on here. We're gonna have some fun. I'm 52 and love Godzilla. Yeah, well, I'm almost 60 and love Godzilla. He does love his dinosaurs. Well, you know what? I keep on forgetting to go. I mean, this is such a cool feature here that you can just kind of highlight everybody and say, hey, you're all awesome. Look at that. We even have the DG in there. All right. We can't forget our boy, Arrowgator. He's probably the only person over in Twitch. Thank you for showing him. Anytime. That's what we're here for. All right. So this week, Steph's going to be doing her countdown from 20 to 11. And then next week she has all the way down to number 1 on Takeover Tuesdays. I'm in talks with my very dear friend about our RPG show that should be coming. And then I'm going to do something special with One Pip Wonder. I've got an idea that we're going to try to do. Also, what else did I have planned for this week? I think we're going to do some D100, some 4 Against Darkness, and then we're going to be spotlighting some stuff. I'm going to be working on a few things, I think. It's another busy week. I was actually going to break my streak of now 45 days, but I decided not to. It's hard when you feel such an obligation to something and you really try to put everything that you have in it. Oh, is that him? Is that him? No. All right. I see how he's living. Boom, 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 boom. You know something? If anybody wanted to pop their head in, if they had some questions, we can do that. What else did I have? Because I'm not going to make this boring. Okay, so I wanted to kind of show this to you. All right, and I was going to put, "Hey, Rob looks at Waterloo, Napoleon, and Last Battle," but I want to save that title because I want to do a nice review for this, and then I want to do a playthrough of this actually. Even though this is a 2-player type of game, it's really pretty amazing. First of all, like I said, I got this box, and this company really has done something special here. So I kind of want to show this. I'm going to put my glasses on so we can talk a little bit about this. And you can see how everything is really kind of nice and neat here. And I'm really blown away by the fact that, it's just such an easy read. I'm on the page right now. I'm going to put that over there. Everything is set up in a certain way. So all your counters are going to go, like for the British, they're going to be set up. And you're going to have these 3 counters in here. And they're going to be all in certain areas. Now, the neat thing, and of course the Prussians, they start here, and then they come in on turn 6 and turn 8. Pretty cool. And the French. Okay, led by Napoleon and all this. All right. Your counters are done very smart. Here, let me change the angle here. Whoop. All right. Are done very, very beautifully and smart. And they're broken down to who's going to control that. Rob was watching the Random Solo Adventure video, and you mentioned that you print and bind your own PDFs. Have you ever said what kind of printer or binding machine you use? I don't know the name of it. All I do is just punch holes and then I have these little clippy things on. Oh, am I doing this upside down? Yes, of course I am. I print on a Lexmark C510, which is laser, and it does very well. You got to do it in laser. But these are just absolutely phenomenal because you have your attack, your defense, and then your movement value. And even though you may be, you're French, and you have these orange bars that you have a leader, Real 2 Corps. Okay, so you're going to be rolling off that number for an activation. And there's not a lot of chits to this, believe it or not. The French controlled. I want to get this off because I want to show you this board. Got player aid cards. Okay. And sequences is a commander phase. Okay. So what happens is let's take Napoleon, for instance. You're going to, and this is the best I understand it so far. I mean, this is an absolute beautiful board. You're going to have your command phase, your rally phase, your grand battery phase, which is obviously the French phase because they had their grand batteries. Action phase and end phase. Now, over here is an impulse track, okay? So you're going to be keeping track of each turn. The French always go first, so they start here. So they're going to take a turn, and the Allies going to take a turn. And then what's going to happen is they are going to, at the end, it's called a sunset phase, which is really kind of neat because it can really mess you up a bit. Oh, hold on. Let me take out these dice. Hope these are better than my dice. And at the end, the British are going to roll. And obviously that's a 9. So anything under what the impulse track is will end the turn. And then the turn track will move up. Over here you have turn track, which takes you from 11 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And at the end, if you are able to make it here, and the French do not have their all-out victory, because there's a way for them to have an all-out victory, and that's by getting as many points over onto this side. So you have this thing that's going to be kind of, there's you're going to be getting victory points and things like that. And as you can see, there's certain area here that are going to give you a number of victory points, and you're going to want to claim them, of course. Everything is really spelled out for you very beautifully. And I was amazed at how beautiful this board is, but it's not only that, it's how this wonderful, wonderful game tells this beautiful story. The action impulses, you're going to have a choice to do certain things, but your leaders are your key here. Okay, so what you're going to try to do is you're going to try on one impulse, okay, to activate a leader. And let's just say it's nay here, okay? And of course, these pop out beautifully. As you can see, nay on his unspent side is a 7, okay? So you're going to try to, whatever units that you want to activate, okay, I rolled under a 7. So that means that he cannot issue any orders that impulse. So you've got to make sure that you roll. But there's a thing where you can have Napoleon out here, and he's going to give you a bonus that could possibly help you. As you can see, he has a +1 bonus. Certain leaders are going to help you make this roll a lot easier. And you can issue orders depending on, and they're going to add different battle values to it. So I thought that was really interesting. As a matter of fact, I'll read it to you because that's what we're doing. Let me see here. It sure is a pretty board. I mean, it really, really is mind-blowing. And the aid card here really helps out. So stacking, you can only have 10 units in a particular area. And I really want to showcase this board, but I'm being a pain in the neck and getting in the way here. Where is it? Volley actions. The way fighting works is even interesting. When there's assaults, you have one unit that is the head unit, okay? And everybody else is in support. So for instance, in this instance, we've got, let me just make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Because, this guy was very nice to get this game to us. But it's very, very rare that I just pull out a game and go, wow. And you can see this is just, it's laid out so perfectly. It really is. So you're going to have terrain modifiers that are going to affect impulse track. Okay, that's this here. Dice. They take everything as dice rolls. Unit. Okay, yes. The top number. I'm gonna bring this up to the camera here. So for instance, Let me pull out. Let me pull out a thing. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Okay, there we go. Come on. There we go. All right. So, I'm not choking this out. So over here is your attack value. Then you have a defense factor and then a movement factor. If you are the point unit, then this defense factor is going to be a 3. And then everything else is going to be depending on a unit and how that's going to help you out. Commanders and leaders. Okay, this is what we were talking about. Okay. Commander and leaders counters are not used on the map like units. They are markers set in front of the player and are used to activate units and perform special actions. They have a fresh side, and then they have a spent side. Okay. Fresh side called active, and then a spent side called inactive. So once they spend that, that's it. You know, they're done until they can refresh. Commander phase. Okay, beginning on turn 2, the French player makes a dice roll during the commander phase to determine whether Napoleon is active or inactive. Now, here's the thing that's really amazing about this, and if you listen, they put these little historical notes in here. So I'm going to read this to you guys, just so you kind of understand why you have to roll every turn to see if Napoleon is active. Napoleon was not the same commander as previous campaigns. It is argued that he suffered severe discomfort riding a horse, possibly due to hemorrhoids, and that he may, and I'm not trying to make fun of anything here, and that he may have been suffering from a glandular disorder, making him subject to intermittent bouts of torpor and over-optimism. Whatever the cause, it cannot be denied that his periods of mental weariness and over-optimism and diminished drive resulted in his lack of success in 1815 campaign. All right, there you go. And they include little things like this. Okay. Okay, the French player makes a dice roll. If it is equal to or greater than Napoleon's activation number on his fresh side of the counter, Napoleon is active for the turn and begins on his fresh side. If it is less than his activation number, Napoleon starts his turn on the spent side. That's okay, because Ney here does get some special abilities due to the fact that he was mostly commanding some of the units during this entire battle, which is just really fascinating as you read this entire book, and it's just telling you about it as you're going along and learning why they put certain rules in here. And I think that's brilliant. I really do. I really, really think that's brilliant. Recover commanders. Wellington and Ney automatically flip from their spent side to their fresh side if currently spent. Recovering leaders. All leaders automatically recover from their spent to their fresh side if currently spent. And that's the command phase. Rally phase. Okay. Beginning on turn 2, fresh leaders are allowed to rally units from their formations. So when you attack, there's times that you might become spent, and if you take a hit, not cool, because you're going to be eliminated. And what they call that is casualty points. And how you obtain these casualty points is the difference in certain battles. So you have to be able to absorb a certain amount of casualty points. Really, really fascinating way to play this. And it's something I'm looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to trying to squeeze this in maybe this week, because it's so it's just a game that really has me intrigued. Recover artillery. Yeah, okay. So then you go into that. Then there's this grand battery phase. Now, here's another little historical note. Around 12:30 p.m., mass French cannons begin the battle with a bombardment of the British positions. This grand battery was composed of cannons from the 1st, 2nd, and 4th Corps. By 1 o'clock, Napoleon added an additional cannon from the guards, from Guard and Corp 1. Okay. So you're gonna have some indirect fire, but you can only indirect fire in a couple of different areas here. From the Grand. Come here. Come over here. Come on. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. I'm blocking this really pretty board. You can, if grand batteries have not moved from their initial deployment area 48, okay, they can use indirect fire on 44, 45. Okay, so 45, 44. Oh, they mark it out. So you can just like bombard those, and 63. Boom. So you can hit from 48, because they also tell you that a 12-pound, okay, here's a historical note. There is some controversy of opinion as to the initial start location of the grand batteries. Some sources place it near La Belle Alliance, okay, right here, at the commence of the battle, while others place it in the intermediate ridge closer to the British position. However, this would have placed the guns in an extremely vulnerable position. The grand batteries would have been in range of the British skirmish screen and sharpshooters in La Haye's. Forgive me, my French is horrible. Okay. Here, I'm just going to highlight it instead of reading it. There you go. Hayes Saint and its support infantry would have been located far to the rear. It would also have presented an inviting target for the unbridged cavalry. Further, as the grand batteries did not engage the garrison of La Haye Saint, a location the French made repeated attempts to capture, the initial deployment near La Belle Alliance seems more correct. Oh, so they put it here because they felt it was different instead of here, because some people said it was here. Okay. The maximum range for a 12-pound cannon is about 1,600 yards and approximately 1,200 yards for an 8-pound cannon. Thus, accepting its placement near La Belle Alliance, the Grand Battery would have conducted its bombardment at extreme range and with limited visibility to its targets. In game terms, it is firing in an indirect fashion, and thus its effective firepower is reduced accordingly. You know, that's an interesting little thing that they throw into this, and I really find that fascinating. Very well. Again, you know, they explain everything so beautifully, and I'm pretty much through this book. But I keep on looking at this, and then, you know, you come down here, and I'm going to move this out of the way. You know, you look at everything's just spelled out for you. How movement costs, what the movement costs are, what happens in an assault result, how to keep your sequence of battles, your casualty points, your victory points, your turn track. And it's the same thing on the other side for the other player. So I think I'm going to play myself in this, or maybe I could get the hairless gorilla to play. You know, we'll see if he wants to try to do something online and take it from there. All right, let me come back over here. So really, I'm going to be talking about this in extents once I kind of do some things off board. But, you know, this, you know, you never stop on this channel. You never stop constantly trying to learn stuff and keep up with stuff and just basically, you know, keep finding things for the channel. And this, you know, sometimes you get some really nice surprises. such as this, little gem here, or that pocket France thing. As a matter of fact, why don't we fold that up and we'll take a look at that too. All right. And this, I just can't believe that they fit this much game into, a little thing here. And we're going to be talking about this too on War and Pieces. We got a lot of things to talk about on War and Pieces, and I'm not even showing you half the things I have to talk to you about War and Pieces. And stay tuned, because I'm going to be talking about a contest that's coming up starting tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. And the same time next week, we will crown a winner. Okay? Because I'm going to come on, and then you're going to have to tell me. I know. There's a little commitment here. Like I said, this is not for everybody. Maybe there won't be a winner, and then we'll have to roll over the prize along with something else. Always giving away something. So I'm really gonna. I really am fascinated in studying this bad boy, and I really suggest you go to companionwargames.com, www.companionwargames.com, and check this out. Check this out. If I can figure this out, I might do this even tomorrow, to be honest with you, because that's how much there's just sometimes things just intrigue you. And I don't know what to tell you. I'm just hooked in. So I want to take a look at this as well. And then, I don't want to make this an overly long video. And if you guys have questions or anything, go ahead and ask them. But I got this along with a couple other games that Dan was talking about to me. Nope. Okay, I'm going to leave him out. There you go. I was going to have him come in because I wanted to show him that, but okay, he wants to be a putz. The heck with him. Look at Zeblik doing the work. That's that, and he's doing the work on both channels because that's the kind of guy he is. So this game here from Forge Sage Games, okay, it's absolutely fascinating to me. It's a little board game, Panzer Strike, and I think this is the type of game that, from about 12, it'll take you about an hour or so. Okay, so you have these dice, okay, which you're going to have to get all teed up. And then you got a little capture the flag thing going on here. Okay, this is how much game comes in this thing. Okay, so you got a bunch of tanks. Then you have these tables. Then you have like a whole ruler in here. Okay, it's like one of those magical boxes where just stuff keeps on coming out. Okay, and then they have these boards, which is just ridiculous because you put these boards together. Oh, hold on here. Sorry about that. No. Everything goes together a certain way. And of course, I'm butchering this right now because that's what I do. Okay, so 16. Is that what happens there? No. It's in here. Hold on. Then you get this full on, hey, how you doing? Rulebook. I just picked up the last 100 yards this week. Oh, that's cool, Pete. Okay. Board assembly. There you go. I mean, look at the size. First of all, it's the size of the board that's just mind-boggling. Okay, A. So that's B. That's C. Boom. That's 4B. Okay, so now we need A. All right, A3. Oh, well, I mean, you can make it either way you want to. All right, so this is okay. There we go. So I'm going to build one of these boards for you, and there's two sides to the board, so I really want to. Okay, hold on here. C, D. D4 would go here. Wow. This thing is just massive. Hold on. VA. See, now it's become personal. This has become extremely personal. Ah, there we go. All right, there we go. Don't you mess with me. Oh, no. Why am I moving that? All right. See, I mean, this is how many boards you get in this doggone thing. VB. Shoop. You can see how it becomes this whole personal thing by building this. C and then D here. And then right here, that goes there. And then over here, that would go probably right there, which I'm right. And then guess what? These two are obviously. I'm going to put that there. And that. Whoop. That right there. Boom. And then you flip it over, and you got another whole map. All that in that little box. That's a lot of game in a box. And then you're measuring. And I believe you get... Is there more than one of these there? No. And then all these different tanks, all these different colors represent different tanks. So you have light tanks, you have medium tanks, you have heavy tanks. And then in here, I mean, it's nothing. You're going to be putting these stickers on the dice, obviously. All right. Boom, 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 and boom. So, okay, why don't we do it while we're here? So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what's going on here, because that's the kind of guy I am. All right. We don't mess around. All right. So the bigger number, I believe, is... Let me make sure there's no easy way to do this. Okay, there we go. All right. So it doesn't matter where you put it. Okay. It's the way I do it. It's the way I roll. Doesn't matter. It depends how you roll that dice. All right, 4. And then 5. And then 6. And boom, just like that, you got yourself some tank dice. Do not put a sticker over another sticker. There you go. I still roll horribly. I make my own dice and I roll horribly. So the bigger number, according to this, okay, each tank has its value. Last column in the table. Okay. And the color determines, okay, let me bring this up here. Okay, so as you can see, reds are Tiger, orange are Panzer, Panzerkopf 4s, Panzer 38s. Then you have Churchills, Shermans, and Covanders. Then on the other side, Jumbo, Hellfire, Hellcat, and then Lucha, Panther, Tiger. That's table C. Table B. Where's table A? Did I go over table A? I don't think there was a table A. No. Let's go over here. Table A. Oh, table A is on here. Okay, that's table A is just for... Gotcha. Okay, so let's read this. And again, I can't believe how much game you get in this little itty bitty package. Look at that. It looks like a lot of game in a little package. Exactly what our dear friend had said. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Boink. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to do the dice the same way. Let them roll and fall where they may. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then I'll talk a little bit about the rules. Let me at least get 2 dice here put together. Only I can come up with the most boringest vlog ever. Watching me put stickers on a thing. So, anyways, to get back to the thing at hand here. All right, this is another one of those games that, you know, you take this on the road with you or something like that. You know, you and your kids are going on a little bit of a road trip. Well, guess what? You just whip out this little Panzer Strike and say, all right, kids, because you play it. You can do it up any way you want to. Boof. There's another die. Good price, too. Direct from link provided. I like how the tanks look. Very cool. Yeah, it's just something very, very, very simple. How much is it, as a matter of fact? We could say prices here. You know, I wonder what these are for. I'll find out for sure. I'll tell you that much. How's that? So you got all these little tanks. Now I'm obsessed with putting stupid dice together. And again, you want something that you can play quickly. Okay, so let's take a look at movement. In each turn, players roll dice to determine movement. Okay. The number of dice rolled is determined by the number of active tanks. See dice table. Okay, we can do that. After we get all these dice. So we're going to throw some tanks on here and we're going to see what happens. How's that? Where's Deuce when we need him? 10 euros. There you go. So how much does that equate in American? Bryce Henderson just subscribed to our channel. Thank you, Bryce. Maybe he did it earlier. 5-4. Okay. There we go. 5-5. And 5-6. All right, so we want to keep this kind of simple. So I'm almost done with these stickers, guys. I'm sorry. The only thing I would like to see is stickers are already on. But you want to know something? You want to keep the cost of the thing down? That's $11 American. I think this is worth $11. I've seen those tear up games for, you know, about 10, 14 bucks. I mean, let's be realistic. Okay, you have those exit games where you can only play them once, which was hot for about 12 seconds. And then you tear them up and they're no good to you. Yeah. Can somebody explain that to me? All right, there we go. 11 smackaroos here. Yeah, and ordered from those guys. These guys have been very, very nice. They sent a whole, you know, they talked to Dan, and then they said, hey, let me send your partner a whole bunch of stuff. So I said, oh, okay, I'll take a look at it. You know, I was like, okay, you know, I don't know much about tank chests, but I have tank chests up there too. We'll be taking a look at it at some point. But I saw this little thing and I said, oh, let me just open this up while I could. And I looked at it and I went, holy cow, there's a lot of stuff in here. What's going on here? Somebody call the fashion police. What's going on? And I went, okay. I'm going to have to take a look at this. So I kind of started reading things, and then I got interrupted. Shipping is 26 euros. Oh, okay, well, then make sure that you buy a bunch of other stuff with it. If you're going to pay 26 euros for it. But, you know, those of you that are overseas, you know, I can't see why this wouldn't be of interest to anybody. But they've got a couple of things that, you know, maybe you just bundled it with a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, shipping's getting nuts. It's got to be better viable options. But anyways, they were nice enough to ship this to us. But again, they shipped us a bunch of stuff. I'll show you the rest of the stuff. I got Age of Dog. You know what? Hold on. Let me pull it down. All right. There we go. So we got tank chest. All right. I mean, these actually look kind of interesting. It's an expansion for tank chest. Mortar Hunt, derived from tank chest, which, yeah. It looks simple enough and fun enough to blow some stuff up. Your every shot reveals, okay, possible locations of your units. Be careful when hunting because you've become the hunted. Ah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, here's Dan. Here, let me send something. Let's get him in here because we're going to talk a little bit about some of this stuff. Come on, the video. Okay, let me send him a link. Let me send this gorilla the link. All right. Tons of enemies here. And then there. We're not going to be on long. I'll send it to him. Oh, missing subject. Who cares? Go ahead. There you go. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I want to leave that site. There we go. All right. So then, well, here's the thing that kind of gives it away. How can it be Battleship if you give away your position? It may have that feel, but I bet you 10 to 1 that you can figure out how far the mortar can shoot and kind of calculate where it might be. That might be how that plays out, which is kind of different and interesting. And then, of course, tank chest. So again, this is a thing where you guys, you know, if you go buy a whole bunch of this stuff, you know, maybe that $26 kind of fits in. Light tank, medium tank, heavy tank, tank destroyer, tank mortar, shoots over cover. Oh, so there's cover on here too. This set contains 2 boards with a printed set of obstacles, one on one side, one on the other. Okay. Printed set of obstacles on one side and only empty squares on the other side. So you can place obstacles according to pre-made scenarios or custom setups. See, this kind of had my interest as well because it's something me and the Jarl would play. And then this here, this really had my interest because now all of a sudden you're talking about planes. 54 plastic pieces, aircrafts. Okay, so you're talking some biplane fighting, you know, all right, count me in. I mean, this looks interesting. And then they have this expansion, 54 new aircraft, 27 types, and 6 countries. So, this is another one I want to check out from these guys. Oh, here he is. Here he is. What's up?
Man, I didn't know you were doing that.
I wasn't. I was talking about something else. No, I just decided to take this out because I was looking at this. Have you seen this yet? Have you gotten this yet?
There we go again. Have I? No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah. Dan, this is on. First of all, I'll take it out after I look at this. Now, I just put these dice together, and the whole thing was I was trying to explain how this works. Now, they can get this for $11, $11 American, okay?
Really?
But shipping is $26.
Ah.
But I think if you add in like the chess game and all that stuff, how much is the chess game and all that stuff?
I have no idea.
Hold on. No. I got people. I see. I got real fans. Here we go. So, all right. Tank Chess was a Kickstarter for $10, no additional shipping.
That's insane.
Hold on. They all look fun. Even 16 pounds for me.
No, 16 euros.
Oh, 16 euros. Shipping, that is. Oh, so the shipping is expensive. Well, it's because they're from Serbia, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to help these guys out, these poor guys are in Syria, for crying out loud. But I could, what I'm looking at here, Dan, and if you take a look here, Tank Chess is 38 euros. Okay.
I thought you told me it was like $11.
No, hold on.
Oh, Tank Chess. Sorry. Yeah.
Holy cow, Jesus, you are.
Come on.
Okay, 30 euros for 2 Tank Chess. Okay, here. Tank Chess is 38 euros. Okay. But you're getting a lot in this box.
You're getting a lot in that box, man.
Yeah, it's hot, heavy. And then this Age of Dog fights.
Does that look interesting or what?
Yeah, I'm going to break this open at some. Oh, this is a trial edition even. So it's not even the final edition.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because you got it too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Light edition is 12 euros. Okay. You have the light tank. Don't you?
Yes, I do.
Mapper, what's up? Okay, hold on here. Okay, pocket bundle. Tank Chess plus fun set plus a Panzer Strike is 30 million euros. Is that what he's trying to tell me? Seven?
It's 30 euros.
Okay.
So it's about $50.
That's not bad. And
that's not bad at all.
The thing that kills me, and Dan, take a look at this. No clowning around. That's a lot of game in a box, a little itty bitty box.
You know, I just recently read the rules. I sat down and read the rules. The rules are a page.
Yeah, I was looking at them right here.
And I mean, it's super easy, but it's deep.
Yeah, because here's the thing, your top number here, if I'm not correct,
I think it's movement. No.
Yeah, that's your movement. Your small number is shooting.
I think it has something to do with combat. I've
got to read through this, but I just wanted to show everybody there's a lot of game, and that we'll cover it more in detail on Wednesday.
Is that what you want to do Wednesday?
No, you and I got to talk about Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. I am going to take a good 15 minutes and talk about this Waterloo though on Wednesday.
No, I'm going to get it in. If you just got it now, I'm going to get it in 2 weeks, type thing.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll really review it, and I want to talk to you about that too because I came up with an idea. as always, because I'm the brains of this operation. No, anytime now. Anytime now, you're supposed to say, yeah, you're right, Rob.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. Not on.
Not on. Not on me.
Yeah, no, these guys, I don't know how I got in touch with these guys or they got in touch with me. I have no idea. But
well,
I'm impressed.
I am too. And, you know, if people can support them, at least our Euro fans can support them. And then, you know, maybe some of you guys over in America just want to, you know, they're over in Serbia. They're trying to make it over in Serbia. And if you can help them out, because I think this looks interesting. And I'm not just saying that because they sent us something. Listen, if I don't like something, I'm going to, because I've gotten a few things lately that I actually sent back. And this is a true story, folks. Okay. And I'm going to call it what it is, okay? And I'm going to take a shot, and I don't care, okay? But that's me, because I'm not here to be one of those popular board gaming guys, okay? I go to this is going to be juicy, so you guys are going to want to hold on here. So I go to Origins. Oh, Dan, let me get you in here. I'm sorry. You are my pal. I want to keep my pal in here. Oh, here we go. Listen, I said I was sorry. Did I apologize?
I'm listening.
Okay. So I go to Origins, okay? And I'm all excited to go to Origins. And no, it wasn't Origins. It was BGG this fall. And I was walking around, and this guy had this huge, massive game. So a friend of mine who's helped me a little bit, but it's always been very nice to me until he got big. Comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" I go, "What's that?" He goes, "I got this guy with this game, and he can really use some help, some visibility, because he's going to Kickstarter very soon. Very soon." I go, "I don't want to do Kickstarter games anymore, because first of all, when you get a Kickstarter game, they're usually crap. Except, I will say this much, okay? The very last Kickstarter I'm ever going to do turned out to be this game right here that I got sent, which is Guards of Atlantis. Okay, so I'm going to put that up there. And you can see that video that I did. It came out on Friday. They go live on the 28th. Support them. Very good game if you have a couple people to play with. I do not. But we're going to change that because I got Dan. All right. So, whoa. Great No Enemies Here episode today. Oh, I thought he was saying that this is now No Enemies Here. No, this is
maybe he was saying that. I think
that's what he was saying. No, yeah. This is Rob's Tabletop World. Okay? One of the bigger wargaming channels around.
You were saying a story, Rob.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay. So I go over there. I talk to the guy for a little bit, and I go, "Okay, this looks interesting to a degree." You know, I was kind of like, "All right, you know, I'll do it because I really care about the other guy." All right. So he goes, "Listen, I'm going to set you up with everything. I'm going to send it to your house. I'm going to print it out. I'm going to print you your own copy and send it to your house. Okay. And then if you can do a video for me, I would really appreciate it." I go, "Okay, well, at least I'll get the prototype." And it was a beautiful prototype. And I go, "That's good. That's good enough for me." Okay. All right, go ahead. I'll help you out. So I made a little video there, and then I put it up talking a little bit about it. I had it in one of my videos because when I go around conventions, I film a lot, and then I splice it all up and make like, "Hey, Rob was here." You know, like if you go to WBC, if there's ever one again.
I hope there is.
Yeah, you take a camera with you and you film some stuff. Okay, and then you put it together and you put it on your channel. And people are interested in seeing your interaction with everybody at WBC. So I come home, about a month later, it comes in. All right, I get these two big packages. I open it up, I go, "Okay." This is going to take up the whole table, but let me read it. I'll go through it and this and then I see a return label. I went, that's not what you told me you were going to do. And you don't know how many times in the recent, over the last year, that people send you something to look at to help them with a Kickstarter, because I always try to help people. And then they go, hey, can you pass this on to somebody else?
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I went, I don't have time. I mean, I barely have time to work my day job, take care of my family, do this for another 8 hours. Okay. No, you could do this, but once you get to a certain level, Dan, you're going to know what I'm talking about. You're going to say, son of a bitch.
You always got a comeback. You always have a comeback. That's pretty good, Rob.
You're going to say, Rob, you were right. I should have listened to you.
But you know what this is? You know what this is?
Yeah, it's the tiniest violin in the world. Actually, what it really is, you know what this really is?
Oh, my God.
Is the one electron that fires off in your brain. So, hey, don't throw rocks at a man with a machine gun. When are you going to learn that? Oh, James, we were only kidding with you. We were giving you a hard time. So anyways, I send it back. Okay. And then I tell his friend, I go, you know something? I don't got time to do this. And at that very moment,
he didn't do it anymore. It's over.
I will not do. People ask me to do Kickstarter previews. I now do it because everybody else gets paid. Everybody else gets paid. Okay, I turn around now and I say it's $500. Why? Because I don't want to do it. And if you're stupid enough to pay the $500, I'll do it.
It's stupid enough. Some people, it's worth it. They're $500.
Nobody wants me to do it. Nobody's going to pay me $500 to do a Kickstarter preview, and that's why I said, okay, that's my price, because other people will get $600 to $800, but nobody's going to pay for this little itty bitty channel to do those type of things. Let's get to the real star of this show, which is you, of course. But I want to name off this contest real quick, because we're going to have a contest this week. Okay. I have a written word. Okay. And I am going to say that word in every single video I do, live video that I do this week, starting tomorrow all the way to Friday. If you are able to figure out the word, okay, and next Saturday, when we meet here next Saturday, you are able to figure out the word, and you're the first one to bring it up when I ask, you're going to win something.
Can I join? Can I do it?
Sure. You're going to win something from her. And if a bunch of people get it, well, we will take care of it, and I will make sure everybody's taken care of. But you got to figure out the specific word.
It's just a word out in air. It's like Pee Wee Herman's some Playhouse or something.
Something like that, but it's not going. I'm going to say it in every single live video. So if I do a 3-hour video,
you have to watch it to sit there.
You're going to have to watch that stupid video. And if you are sick enough to watch every video, and just to show you how many hours I do of live content, the bird will be the word, my good friend Keith. The bird will be the word. That is the contest. And I'm curious if anybody even has it in them to watch every single video to figure out what the word is.
Yeah,
but if you win, oh, how glorious it will be.
Give us a clue or something. Like, what could it be? I mean, the word could be the.
It will have letters in it. There is your hint. All right, let's get to the serious thing, because I tried to contact you earlier because I wanted you to see this.
I was on the farm.
What are you doing on the farm? No, honestly, I'm
farm.
not trying. Yeah, it's a little Groucho, You Bet Your Life. It's a little Pee Wee Herman. It's a little, like a radio contest. It's got a little feel to it all. But I came up with it and I said, come on, let's do something fun. Okay.
Okay, let me pull up my copy here. What is that? That's the.
But you don't have your copy.
Oh, I thought that was okay. I thought you were talking about the Serbian game. All right.
No, I want to show you this thing. I want to show you this thing.
Really?
Now, this is the only game that they produced, correct?
What's the name of the company? I keep forgetting. CSW.
It is, because I've said it earlier, and I'm going to pull it out again for everybody. Companion War Games History Illuminated.
Let me see here.
Queen, Godzilla have to be off the list. Those are always said. Yes. The Queen, I can promise you that Godzilla and the Queen will not be. Well, you never know. I may not mention the Queen. I might be mad at her.
Maybe Queen is the word.
Maybe Queen's the word. You don't know. If you want to take a chance, Companion War Games. So anyways.
Yeah.
Let me go to the other view here, bro. Boom, 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 boom. And I'll put us both in here. Look at this thing. Look at this.
Seriously, eh?
Yeah, seriously. It's interesting how it works, because the impulse track here, you're rolling 2 dice. But the Alliance rolls the 2 dice. Okay? And what happens here is, as you're taking your impulses and you get up to like 5 or 6, you got to make sure that you get your stuff in, because when you roll, and if it rolls underneath that, that's it. Game turn. Over.
So it goes to the opposite side now.
No. That ends the turn, and then you start the phase all over. The sequence of play is going to be commander phase, rally phase, grand battery phase, action phase, and end phase. And in your end phase, okay, once you're done, you're going to pass. The French always go first, and then the British go last. The British always rolls for this sunset phase, okay? And what happens is, you're going to get, obviously, you're not going to roll under a 1, okay? Right. Okay, so you're going to start on 0, so British go. The French will go, British go. Then next impulse. So the way impulses go, you trade impulses. So you have these commanders, like here, I'm going to hold this up here for you. Like Ney here, okay? Ney here, he was one of the major commanders because Napoleon was suffering through. He had some physical ailments, so Ney was considered one of the major commanders. Now, for him to activate a unit, okay, you're going to have to roll 2 dice. Okay, I rolled an 8, but his activation is a 7.
So is that good?
No, that's bad. You have to roll 7 or under. So he cannot issue an order to any of those units. So now the British would go, okay, and try to activate one of their commanders. These commanders are actually off the board. They're here. When you use them, they are considered spent, and you flip them over to the other side. And then in your command phase, you're going to bring them back. Okay? So then what happens is, hold on, I'm looking at something here. Oh, for crying out loud.
And does the game solos well?
No, well, you want to know something? It's a 2-player game, but I'm going to play it solo, and I really think that it's something that I really I really want to definitely try out, on myself, and I really think it's interesting, and I think you can play it by yourself and just have a really great time. It's one of those things that you got to clear the mechanism. You take 1 turn, clear the mechanism. Okay, what would the British do in this position? Boom, 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 boom. Well, we know that the Prussians are going to come in on turn 6, and there's only 10 turns to this whole thing because you start historically at 11 o'clock and at 8 o'clock in the evening. Okay. So it's really kind of interesting in that way. The other thing is, like I said, you're going to take it. So that's going to be an impulse because you're going to try to get each one of these commanders to activate and do something with the action impulses.
Now, do you have to pick a specific commander, or can you pick a commander?
You can pick any commander, but he's assigned to a certain amount of units. And these player cards that show you the setup, like there's a certain commander. You're going to see the green top here. Well, there's going to be a commander that will be able to control these particular units. Okay. So, like they're going to be in 62, 45, 35, 33, and 1. So he's going to be able to pick one of those units and activate those units.
Okay, so when you roll for a commander, you're not rolling for a specific commander. You're just rolling and you choose your commander?
No. You pick a specific commander.
Okay.
And you roll. So that would be one impulse, but you're going to come back and then the impulse track is going to move up. So each time at the end of the British's turn, okay,
you got to roll higher and higher.
You've got to roll. Well, you got to roll low, like a 6 here. We may be on impulse 3. That's a 6. So now you get to move to the 4th impulse. The French get to go. But say, for instance, we rolled the double 1s. The British rolled the double 1. Well, that's going to be it. You're not going to get maybe 7 impulses.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got you.
You got to roll under the current impulse number. Once that is done, that's the end of the turn, and then the turn tracker moves up 1. Really interesting. So, can the French win Waterloo? Well, they sure can if they can get to a French victory before the end of the 10th turn. On the 10th turn, you're going to see how many victory points each side has, and whoever has the most victory points wins. Really interesting. Casualties are actually very interesting as well, because what happens is when you bring a group into an area, and this map is at, I wish, of course we're using SteamYard, so you can't really, oh, wait a minute, hold on here. That's right. We're one of the better wargaming channels because we have 15 freaking cameras.
that game, if you put that on your table, it just looks impressive. It looks beautiful, the map, man.
Yeah, it is. The thing here, though, this map is absolutely gorgeous. Everything's spelled out for you. You have casualty points, action. As you can see, I'm leading my way around here. Again, we're doing this on SteamYard. If we were doing on my normal thing, we have like 27 different views. But they give you all the major rules are all written on this board, which is just really fantastic. But everything's broken down into numbers and sections. And there's certain types of clear. And what you're going to do is on these, hold on. On each one of these actual charts here, okay, this is your initial setup. But the reason I'm doing this way is hopefully that you can see some of the chits. Now, up in the the left-hand corner is going to be your attack value. On the bottom left is your defense value, and to the right of that is your movement. Okay, so one of these chits, if you bring a battle group over, is going to be the point. You're really getting on my nerves. No, somebody's getting on my nerves. Okay. Is the point person. Okay. And what happens is his attack value matters. Okay. So then what happens is, and I'm going to come back up top here for a bit. What happens is that he's going to use his attack value, and then everybody else, depending on what they are, if you're infantry, cavalry, or this, that, or the other, is going to add a certain value. So say your attack value is 3 and you attack with skirmishers. Well, that's going to give you a +2. So that's 5.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have a spent unit, which will give you 1 point. That's 6. Okay. You're going to roll 2d6 and add that +6 to it. So, for instance, I rolled a 9 here. Okay. +6 is 15. Now, on the defensive side, depending on how many people that you have over there that are spent and all this other stuff, you're going to have another point person, and he's going to have a defense value of 4. And he has, well, I have a couple spent guys. That's going to bring me up to 6. I do have a fresh unit. That's going to give me a +2. That's 8. Then you're going to roll your defense dice.
And what about terrain? Does terrain come into effect? Like if he's in a...
Exactly. Great point, my good friend Dan. There are numbers on here that are going to tell you what type of terrain is here. And that is going to cause you to get a bonus defensively, depending on what the terrain is. So you add that in there. Well, I rolled a 9, ironically, on those same dice. So now, because that is a higher value than the attack, it's nothing.
You've defended yourself.
But here's the thing. The guy that attacked becomes spent. Okay? So now you flip him over. And during the command and rally phase, you can possibly turn him over if he doesn't get attacked again. If he gets attacked, and you can only attack in that hex once. It's really interesting how this all kind of flows and goes together, because you've really got to have your wits about you on what's going on, because you can get a little mud stomped if you don't. Because what happens is, if you decide to bring a unit into, like, let's go up here, Dan. All right, if you decide to go into 60 here, okay, and you've got some British units here, and you get an overwhelming victory. So say, let's do it this way. All right, say they rolled. Oh, wait a minute. Did you? How about if I go to the damn screen? Okay. I'm pointing to the thing and I'm looking at myself. So you do a battle here. Okay.
Right.
All right. And they roll, the French roll 11 because they're attacking in here. Okay. And with all the modifiers and everything, the British roll a 7. Okay. So 7 subtract 11 is 4. You're going to have to deal with each fresh unit eliminated. Okay. You're going to have to deal with 4 casualty points that you're going to have to absorb in that defensive unit. So how are you going to do that? Well, automatically, the person that is your point defender is going to take a casualty point. But anybody else in there's certain ways that you can do it. If you decide to eliminate a fresh unit, they will absorb 3 casualty points. Each fresh unit becoming spent absorbs 1. So if you had a bunch of units in there, you don't want to lose those units. You're going to absorb
a fresh unit.
Right. So you're going to, each spent unit that retreats absorbs a casualty point. Each spent unit eliminated absorbs 2 casualty points. So how you want to absorb the damage really becomes up to you, because that next turn, that commander can rally a couple of those guys. Okay? Up to 2 of those guys. So you would flip those over. So it's really just a fascinating and deep game. And like I said, I got it yesterday, and I was hoping you got it as well. And the thing is that I wanted you to take a look at it as well. But I want to talk about this on Wednesday and make sure our huge audience sees this.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if they have the rules online, and I'll try to read the rules online.
If anything, I can fax it over to you or send in a PDF for you.
If PDF, if you can, because fax, what's that?
Well, you have to have a fax sometimes.
I don't have a fax.
All right. Well, then you don't have a fax. You don't have an all-in-one printer?
I don't even have a printer.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, really, I'm telling you.
No, I believe you. I'm not saying anything cruel. I'm not saying anything bad.
I'm just waiting for a shot.
No shots. No shots. No shots at all. Honestly. I don't want to take shots at you.
You take a shot. Let's go. Take a shot.
No, you're my pal. Why would I want to take a shot at you?
All right, go ahead.
But I thought, I was out here like at 6 o'clock in the morning. Was that the Queen? No. I was out here like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I just couldn't sleep. And I said, well, let me take a look at this real quick. I go, it came in, and I got another like 10 boxes I got to open. And I opened this one. I said, I really want to take a look at this because this looks a little different. It was heavy, and I went, well, you know something? This really looks kind of different.
And Rob, where are they from?
Wait, hold on. Let me see what my boy here says. I have mixed feelings about Napoleon the Man, but his chocolate strawberry, and vanilla ice cream is a delight.
I don't get it.
You never had Napoleon ice cream?
Neapolitan.
Get it?
Of course I had Neapolitan.
Get it?
I get it now.
It's a joke, dude. Go with it. Stop being so wound up and tight. And this board is beautiful.
I can't wait. It's like you're reading stuff, and it's like, what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was really excited. I said, hey, what are you doing? Come. When I send something out to you and I go, hey, you got to take a look at this. And I wrote the guy, and I told him I wanted to make sure he knew I got it. And I told him, I go, oh my God, this is something else. And this is their first offering, I believe. I believe this is their first offering.
I'm trying to check.
You're checking that now?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's the exact name of the game?
It is, my dear friend, companionwargames.com. I'm going to send a message to the Queen. Be off in a few minutes. We'll go grab dinner. There we go. Got to make sure that she's on the on the up and up. But wow. I
can't seem to find it, but anyways, okay, yeah.
You want me to do it? Let me see. Hold on. Because I found it. Hold on. I'm not even going to put my glasses on. Hold on, my brother.
Okay, I think I got it.
Oh, you got it? You got it?
Companion War Games, and that's the only game they have. Under board games, they have another game coming out called 7 Days to the Rhine, the North German Plain. And I mean, if it looks just as good as that Napoleon game, we got to get it.
I'm all in. I mean, this guy, and I wrote him a nice letter, and I said, geez, first of all, thank you. Second of all, wow. Okay. Third of all, I go, Dan and I are really going to cover this. And when you get your end, maybe I think with Zoom, I think we could do it live. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Okay. I'm impressed, man.
All right. Let me see if the Queen wrote back. Oh. Kay, no problem. Gotta love her. That means she's hungry. But between the Panzer Strike, and I want to check now. I'm curious about the tank chest and that airplane game. I'm really curious. We're going to talk offline for 5 minutes when we're done here, because I do want to talk to you. But a pleasant surprise this morning.
Yeah.
A pleasant surprise. So, all right. So I think I said everything I had to say. I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. Dan?
Thanks for having me on, Rob.
Yeah, but definitely hang out because I want to talk to you as always. Okay. And for me and my very good friend Dan. Okay, my buddy, my pal. I wish you lived closer. I really do.
Florida's too hot for me, man.
No, I'm not saying Regent and that kind of stuff. I mean, I wish we were in the same town because we'd probably be hanging out all the time.
I think so.
We'd be doing stuff all the time.
I think so.
And it's sad because, you have to be so far away. But that's okay. We've got this. We've got the cameras and everything, and you and I, we'll figure it out, right? There you go. All right. For my very, very good personal friend and pal, Dan, and myself, Rob Orn. Until next time, we both say we'll see you soon. Guys, stay safe. Be blessed. Remember, tomorrows are never guaranteed. We love you all. We'll see you soon.